Welcome back. Welcome back to Basic Band.
Yay! I'm so
We're
excited.
so excited. This is going to be a very different episode, and we're very
Mhm,
excited about it
mhm,
just
mhm.
because we have our beautiful, most amazing friend that we're going to introduce in a hot second. That we basically just like decided you're a part of our episode today,
Like,
and we're going to
hey,
do things.
yeah,
So,
like we're on a
Jessica,
Zoom. Do
take it
you
away.
want to like just remain on the Zoom and we can just
Yeah, she could
continue?
have just stayed quiet the whole Zoom call,
Exactly. We could have
and
just put you
she
in the
would have just been in the
audience.
background, and she would have just been our audience in the YouTube video. But no,
That's
we scooped
yeah.
her in there.
Good right here.
You know what?
This
I've been waiting for this moment my whole life, so I'm
excited.
excited.
Well, her name is
There
Tracy
you go. Well,
Curry.
Jessica, why don't you
Like,
introduce our most beautiful guest?
I just did, didn't I?
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
was like, Brittany, are you lagging? Like, did I not just do that?
I just said welcome.
Oh, I know, but I said her name, and then you're like, "Can you introduce our beautiful guest?" I was like, "I did."
No, you definitely heard me lag then.
Okay, cool. Anyways, it's Tracy, my girl Tracy.
Hey,
I was
hey.
laughing today because I've called you so many nicknames over the years that I've known you, which is 15 years officially,
Oh, that's
like
exciting.
craziness.
God.
But the most recent one is my favorite because it's just my favorite ever. Tracy Lou Freebush. This is
Mhm.
my Tracy. It's my favorite. T-Bird,
As I am
Tracy.
in your
Literally, these two
phone.
could be twins. And we were just talking before this episode started recording that Jessica and Tracy are literally cut from the same cloth because they do a lot of the similar things all the time without even each other knowing. Like Tracy could be our third sister. And
Yeah,
I feel like
totally.
we've said this before, but I can't remember if it was with Tracy or not, but I'm pretty sure it was said Tracy because she could be our sister.
She could just walk right in. We've got a few like sisters, definitely, but
Yeah,
this one
we
it's
did.
easy.
But
Literally.
like literally Tracy looks so much like Jessica and a lot of like the younger photos from like high school that she could
They're
literally
like the
be
same.
our sibling.
Oh my God, are we both like brown-haired, beautiful girls? I think
We
so.
are. We sure are.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't
it's
have the nice, beautiful blue eyes as you two do,
and I was
but
gonna say you're like my like
uh,
opposite in that sense, but yeah,
But
yes,
we're
yeah.
obsessed with your eyes anyway. And your
exactly.
beautiful
Oh well, thank
smile
you.
and your charismatic attitude. We just love you to pieces.
Oh my
Charismatic.
God.
But
Oh
anyway,
my
so
gosh.
yes, so we've known Tracy for so long. Just a natural addition to today's podcast.
Mhm.
We were kind of chatting this week about like,
Yeah.
what we wanted to do. And something that I work a lot with and Brittany has as well, is candle magic. And now, of course, I've done a couple cord cuttings this week and stuff like that. I usually do them, but we were chatting with Tracy about, what opportunities or what we can use those towards. I know we've kind of touched on that in recent episodes about like when to use one and whatever.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do one.
We're gonna do it live right now
Yeah,
together.
man. I'm so fucking pumped. I know.
So
Oh,
if you looked at our social media this week
we'll have some
on either Basic Banters or Jessica or my personal
yeah.
socials, Jessica was kind enough to do a cord cutting with some candles this week for me because I was really going through it
Going through it.
with some in-law family, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
So so yeah, yeah, it's what it is, but that's okay because Jessica is amazing and I want you to kind of explain like what had happened with the candles because you had said that that hadn't happened before. And if you wouldn't mind, like,
Yeah. It was so strange because like as you'll kind of see as I like once the candles are all prepped and ready to go, like I have like the string around them and I light them. And essentially it's like an energy thing, right? So I always kind of try and keep the room as energetic as possible. So whether I start pulling tarot cards or I do some sort of magical thing, kind of helps the room and helps the candles burn faster. And in this instance, Brittany's candle, I had two candles, obviously, one representing Brittany and one representing the other party. Brittany's candle got to the cord fastest and it like sent over this really big burst of flame. And so the cord obviously snapped and fell. And it was like a full blaze beside the other party's candle, and enough so that it blew out the candle. So
yeah.
Brittany's is still going and not
Mhm.
even touching the cord. And this other candle just is out with a big flame beside it. And it basically that fire flame just like finished on the cord and then left Brittany's candle alone. And I let that one burn right to completion. So it was all
Right.
done, right? Because
Wow.
And now, because I was thinking about that, like, I'd like to interpret, the wax, or, how it kind of goes. And I
Mhm.
do think, like, Brittany and I chatted a bit about it last night. Like, when I kind of feel that, it's like, I know Brittany and I were like, you started it. Like, here's your karma
Yeah.
back. You
Yeah.
can't do any more with
Return to
it.
sender. Take that
Return
shit
to
with you.
sender. And it's almost like with this last ditch effort, it's like, here you go, and slamming the fucking door.
That's
Right.
exactly how I described it. I was just like, it's like I'm slamming the door shut and I'm locking it.
Exactly. It's like, this is done. Like, there's just no chance. So anyways, so that was kind of my interpretation of it. It's like,
Yeah, I agree.
and I think also because your flame continued to go on happily. I think it's
Yeah.
like sometimes when their candle keeps on going, I'm like, oh, they're just gonna keep doing their own thing. But I don't know. I don't even know. I don't think it's gonna exist in your brain in a year
Yeah.
or two. Do you know what I mean? Or
Which
whatever. I can
I
squeeze.
definitely felt like I slept better last night, and I definitely don't feel as angry as I was when we
Good.
were doing it. So I feel a lot better. So
I love
if
that.
anyone is interested in doing a cutting
Yeah.
cord ceremony with Jessica, god
Mhm.
damn it, she knows what she's doing.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's a fun time. It's good. I like it. But yes,
Totally.
so Miss Tracy, I guess
Oh.
what do you know about candle cord cutting? Is there anything that
And
like
candle
you're
magic.
familiar with?
Yeah.
Sorry, can you repeat that question?
That's okay. Is there anything
I
that
have
like you're familiar
children
with?
stuff.
No, that's okay. I know you've got your kids there, so it's fine. Like, have you ever had one done before?
I haven't had one done ever before. I've literally just watched you do it through your social media.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I just know it's all about energy, right? It's all about
Yeah. No, for
um,
sure. Yeah. Well,
back.
yeah. I mean, and because we're dealing with more than just cord cutting, I suppose, but like candle magic in general, there's, different types of candles that you can get. If you go into any metaphysical shop, you're going to see candles of all different shapes and sizes, and they all have different meanings. Our friend
Mhm.
Jason, who owns Hecates in Saskatoon, he like makes his own candles, and they're like, it's amazing. And we're gonna have him on at some point, and he can go over like the different types and what they all mean. But there's literally a candle for everything. Now, where I wanted to start with you was the different colors, because sometimes that can help us decide, what represents us best. Because I don't like to just use one color
Mhm.
for one person. Like if I have a color that like resonates with you, then I'll pull that. That'll be my one that came to my mind first. But because you're here with us, I
Yeah.
might as well, prompt you. So I'm just going to go over the different colors and give a little brief overview of what they mean.
Yeah.
But before I do you have any colors up like if you were to pick a color right now, what would you pick for yourself? First
Oh,
thing.
that's so
First
funny.
thing. Okay, doesn't matter.
Okay, well, when you were talking, it was green.
Green. Okay, cool. I'm gonna write it down.
At first, when you were talking, it was green. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
But I'm always,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm gonna go with green. Okay.
That's okay. What were we gonna
I
say?
won't change my mind.
It's okay. That's fine. You can always use both of those colors,
Well,
right?
I'm constantly told, like I know that you had gone over your chakras,
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
Chakras.
Auras and
And
chakras. Yeah.
yeah, which I'm still going through that episode, but
Okay. Don't worry.
I'm getting through it. Life, right? And red is always like something that I'm told to, I don't know, surround myself with, kind of thing.
Very cool. Okay.
So
Well, we can use either color for
but
sure.
green was definitely the first one that came to my head. So
Okay. Okay. So
even though that's not my favorite color.
that's okay. It's fine. That's fine. So when we're thinking of like again, like this can represent a bunch of different things, but green off the top of the list here, and this is like my guided book that I've been given and I've been able to grow on it. But green can mean is like a magnetic draw, has a lot of ties to money and luck, growth and fertility. And then red is tied to strength, willpower, passion, aggression, and protection. So both are super applicable. Really, whatever you want to use is totally within the realm. Yeah. So I'll lead off the other ones first, because then I want you to assign a color to your situation that you want to release as well. Okay. So we'll start at the top with blue.
Okay.
Blue could be physical healing, protection, prosperity, or employment. Brown, protection by earth. healing, prosperity, or legal matters. Yellow could be success, overcoming obstacles and achievements. Black is used for protection, but it could also be used as hexing or cursing. And that's only if, I should say protection, only if it feels right. It's not like always, but gray is more of a binder. So if you had something that you wanted to like bring together permanently, binding was gray. Purple could be seen as like controlling, artistry, creativity, psychic awareness, and dreaming. White is emotional healing, cleansing. You can remove negative energy or banishing or doing an uncrossing. Pink is love and happiness and friendship. We did those two. Orange, communications, movement, travel, or like a blockbuster, which is also like removing obstacles. Did I say that? Yeah. Blockbusting is like a road opener. And then light blue is also one of these colors that I've got, is health and tranquility. So there's a bunch of different options. Obviously, what I always like to say, before we even look into like the meanings of the colors, because it's going to be what feels right and what resonates with you. So do you have like, again, looking at the situation that you want to release, we'll get into a little bit more detail later. But is there any color that you want to, signify that situation?
I think a lot of what I want to release is like emotional.
Emotional. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that
So,
was white, right?
Yeah, white. Okay. White. Okay, cool. Alrighty. So my lovely box of candles. I'm going to grab a white candle. And these are just like the 4-inch chime candles that I'm using. So this will all be on YouTube anyways, but so
Yes.
very good. So I've got
You
my
get
two
them from
candles
your
up.
local witchy shop, or if you aren't able to find a witchy shop, they are available on Amazon.
Exactly. Perfect. Yeah, when it comes to materials and that, like I guess I'll tell you as I go. Hi, Bubba. Cheers.
Of course, yeah. Our forever guest star Harrison just had to say hi.
So, and now
Hi,
in
sweetie.
terms of like what I write on the candles and how I write, I should say, my toolkit again is for my advisor is literally like a travel screwdriver set
I love
that
it.
I can comfortably hold. I actually do have a selenite pen that I use as well, but I don't use that all the time because I don't want to. How do you sharpen a selenite pen? Yeah, I don't. So, anyways, that's my conflict these days. So I've got my tool out. I've got my pen out. Okay, so now what I do next is, okay, so we're going to start with you. We're going to focus on you. So you're the green candle. So essentially what I'm going to write on here is your name. And then I'm also keeping in mind that it's a new moon. So we're moving into the season where we want to bring things in. So if there's anything that you want to acquire or bring in, if it's peace, if it's, well-being or anything like that, that's something that we can write on this candle for now as well, because it's all stuff that we want to wish. It's kind of like, we've got candle magic and then we've got the cord cutting, which I can kind of utilize in both, if that makes any sense. So if there's any keywords that pop out to you.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you also know my situation anyways, and you kind of have an idea as to what's going on. I mean, peace would probably be a big thing. It's just mentally, right?
Yeah,
I just want to be okay.
Rest is a good one that kind of pops up for me, for you.
Rest, yeah.
Peace,
Sleep.
rest, literally, and yeah. But I also think like forgiveness is coming up as well. Forgiveness and guilt-free. Does that make sense? Does that resonate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we want to tell the people what we're writing the candle about? Because I probably will have to on the other one, but do you want to give us a rundown, or do you want me to go into detail? I don't mind. Sorry, we said forgiveness and guilt.
It's all good. No,
Free.
I think that this season of my life has been tough in regards to like being a mom and being a mom of 2 now, and constantly feeling like I don't have time for myself and no rest. And sometimes it doesn't feel like my other half understands that, even though I think he tries to. So it's just been a lot. It's been hard. It's been exhausting, and even my mom has gone to tell me that sometimes she thinks that I do have some postpartum like rage almost. So
Talked about that earlier.
dealing with that.
Yeah, no,
I
of
am
course.
so
It's so
familiar
fun.
with postpartum rage.
Yeah.
Postpartum
Yeah.
rage.
It
It's
is
like,
a fucking time.
it is, it's been hard. And like isolating yourself,
Yeah.
stuff like that, right? So
Exactly.
I just
Yeah.
want to feel normal.
No, I think that's
Mhm.
so, I mean, it's so hard to talk about, and you're doing a wonderful
Mhm.
job by opening up. And I really commend you for that, because I know it's
Mhm.
fucking tough, as you know. And you know this is a safe space, right? We love you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it
Can't make
is
her
like,
cry.
I know,
Get
I'm sorry.
mad.
But you know, and that's what I mean. Like it's, I think people, when they think of a cord cutting like this, they think of it has to be a romance. It has to be something like big, but it's like, no, no, no. We talked about before. It can be situational as well. So if we're cutting a cord with this, again, that's like parent guilt. It's this mom guilt that we always have that we can't physically move past, right? So if anything, like I always say, set it and forget it. Once we have these set and lit and on their way, then it's like, okay, well, it's not saying the magic is going to take over, but now it's going to propel us to motivate to think differently as well, right? And I'm a believer in postpartum as somebody who's experienced it as well. And I think this is all part of that healing journey and recognizing that you have these things as well. So I'm not a therapist. I'm not anybody, but I get it. So
You're my therapist.
You're not anybody, did you just say? Silly kids.
But no, like you know what I mean? Somebody had to do it first. And unfortunately I was the first, right? Like that's it. That's literally the only advantage I have was I hit it sooner.
But this is why every mama should have a village of people, because
Exactly.
every mama has people that have either gone through it or maybe haven't yet or whatever. But having somebody to lean on is so important.
Yeah.
You're not alone in it.
No, exactly.
It feels alone. It feels very alone.
Very isolating, as you said. So okay, now that we're in, now we know those feelings. Those feelings are right under the surface. This is the stuff I want to write on this candle, right?
Yeah.
So again, things that come up, like what do we want to shed? We want to shed the guilt. We want to shed, like, the worry. We want to shed
the fear.
Judgment.
I would say fear, because I mean, I think a lot of it does have like go with anxiety, right? Too. Like with what I've been feeling too, like it's a lot of anxiety and fear.
Yeah.
Fear, like with the rage that happens, right? That I'm screwing up my children.
Exactly.
Like stuff like that.
All connected. Exactly. No, so I've got a few different words here. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start writing on these, like all the words that we just kind of brainstormed there. And now you don't need to write in the candles. If there's a lot, or if there's like a journal entry, do you know what I mean? If there's a lot of content here that you're not too sure, like, how am I going to write that on a candle? You don't, you just actually fold it up, put it on a piece of paper, and you can put it underneath the candle. Or if in my case, like I've got a plate here that I like melt the candles so that they stand on it, but it could go underneath, right? And once all said and done, then I would either like pour the wax on it, burn it totally, you know what I mean? Dispose of it how you feel best, right? So yeah, I'm just going to write this stuff in here. Yes. So, and then I've got a couple other things that I'm going to decorate this with. So let's just see here. Feel free to communicate amongst yourselves if you want, because it's just going to take me a minute.
As we're just like both just so into it. We're like,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I did do the one time is the burning of like certain thoughts and stuff. Like I can't remember what full moon that was, maybe in like August or something, when it was like nice out. So I was like outside.
Awesome.
While the kids were sleeping. So that was good.
Fantastic.
But like that helped so much. Like it really did.
Right?
Even having like the visual act of burning and letting go, it's wild how much that can just help our brain being like, okay.
Yeah. Putting it out and being like, screw this, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, I'm excited to see what your candle will do.
I know, I'm excited too. Okay, perfect. So now I've got all my writings in there. You can kind of see it. So now I kind of mentioned like decorating. So what does decorating look like? Hold on, just ripping my paper. Putting it in a mess. So,
All good.
so with something like this, you can use like an essential oil. We have a couple different like spell binded ones that we've picked up along the way, some that we've made ourselves. But there's other ways to kind of get this going. So there's a couple of the things we mentioned, you know, writing a letter or whatever. You can also write something on like a bay leaf as well. If it was like a single word or whatever, you can put that underneath the candle or again underneath the thing. I usually use cinnamon, but I have nutmeg because I have no cinnamon. Or let's say the one cumin. I don't have any cinnamon, but I've got cumin. If it's something like in like the banish realm or like getting rid of something or like returning to sender, I've got like chilies, hot.
Oh yeah, make it spicy.
But yeah, so I just have to like sit with this for a minute. So Miss Tracey, peace, rest, forgiveness, definitely lavender. In terms of what I want to put on yours, to show many here, let me grab it. That's sage. I was not prepared. So sorry. Yeah, perfect. So I'm going to put lavender on yours. And I'm going to put one of my custom ones on there too. Let's see here. I'm going to put, no, because we want rest. Family love connection, I think is what I'm going to put on there. Because that's kind of in that realm of that. Or do you want family love? Yeah, family love. Love it. Okay. And then for our white candle, guilt, worry, fear, judgment, anxiety, rage. What do I want to do?
That's the whole spectrum, pretty much.
It is. I know, but it's
There's
again,
like
We
nothing
need
missing.
the rainbow of all the feelings.
literally, but I'm
Oh
thinking
my-
of
oh my
like
gosh.
one of my fire element ones. Like orange would be good. Lemon. Something with like a citrus to it, kind of add some.
I would do lemon because it's zesty. Lemon for like a zest.
Lemon
for
is
lemon.
good. Yeah, I like a zest. A grapefruit. Sorry.
Oh, did you know actually, Jessica? Yes, sweet orange or grapefruit. Those are both really amazing for anxiety. Just so you know.
Let's do that. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. I can throw that on.
Fun fact.
From the aroma vault in here,
There you
my
go.
brain.
She knows some things. Okay, so grapefruit for
Citrus tea is
white,
amazing for anxiety.
and then I'm gonna do some
We are
clary
just
as well. Okay.
Sorry, Tracy,
Maybe
what'd you
some
say?
I was just gonna say we had just booked a trip to Florida.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was just actually talking to Jet about going to an orange grove.
That's
Oh.
hilarious. Okay, so I
love
have my
that.
hands here. You guys can kind of see what I'm doing now.
Oranges.
Okay, cool.
So maybe that's where I'll find my peace,
No, perfect.
Eating a fresh orange off of a plant. Oh my friend.
right? Like so good.
Oh my God, off the tree. Okay,
Oh,
so
nothing could be better. Nothing could taste better than being
That's right.
that local.
everybody has their
Honestly.
own way of doing this, just so you know.
Mhm.
Oh, that's gonna be so nice. Okay, I know you won't be able to smell it, but so I'm just gonna put a few drops of lavender in my hand and a little bit of the family love and connection. So again, that's one like Brittany and I have. Where's the camera? I always have trouble with this. This is one that we blended
Yep.
ourselves.
And Jessica, when Jessica's home in May, we'll have to go to our favorite shop. Hecate. Sorry, I'm so sorry, Jason, if you're listening. I always say your store
Hecate,
wrong.
yeah.
We're gonna go to
Hecate?
Hecate.
I know always. I always call it Hecate, so I hope that's right.
It's like Hecate. I forget. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I know, baby. But
So-
we're gonna have to go back and make some more oils.
Exactly. Okay, so what I've done is I put on my hands, and now I don't know if you were watching on the cameras there, but what I was doing is I'm taking it from the top and I'm like rotating it and pulling it in towards the candle. So I'm starting on the outside, I'm working my way in because I'm focusing on bringing things in with this candle. So I want to bring in love, bring in rest, forgiveness, and I want to bring in that feeling of guilt-free, like it's just a relief. That's what I'm doing with this one. So I'm done with that one for the moment. I'm gonna put it aside. These back on those bad boys. Okay. Good. Okay, and now I'm moving on to the white candle. I got my grapefruit and I got my clear sage. So same kind of thing. And you could wash your hands in between, but I kind of started with the light. It doesn't matter to me that I'm getting some of my like lighter essential oils on this candle because anything is beneficial, right? Because my candle is clean, if that makes any sense. So I'm not bothered.
Just be careful with any essential oils, especially if you're using a peppermint. If you touch your face, you will
Yeah.
get a burn.
I burnt myself on my eyelid yesterday from, I can't remember what I was using, but
For whatever you're using for my cat.
I remember what I was using. It's like a whole other day. So with this one, again, because I'm trying to rid stuff, I'm
Oh.
working in the middle and I'm working my way out, right? Center out?
Mhm.
Center, yeah, because I did the app. So this is, I want to get rid of this. I want to get up, get rid of the guilt, get rid of the worry, the fear, anxiety, judgment. So there we go. Perfect. Lovely. Not too messy candles, which I'm happy about because I can get real messy. Okay. So now let's see, girl. Word of the wise, especially when we're doing cord cutting, is starting with like a ring of salt.
Yeah.
So this is like to keep the magic kind of in the center there. I also think it's like an extra line of protection. So
It
whatever
is.
you
There's one guest that we're going to be having here sooner or later, and her name is Molly, and in all of her reels, it's like salt for protection, and that's always stuck in my head now. Just love it.
protection.
Yeah, I'm excited for you guys to see her. I am very excited myself.
Perfect. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of mention like I kind of like, oh, fucking son of a bitch. You know what? I just love that.
Yeah, just a little bit of release in there.
Literally, like my
Verbal
life
releasing.
story. So I'm just gonna like, I just
Oh my goodness.
fuck my life. This is my life. Cool. So all I did is I put a little bit of candle. I put a little candle. I put a little bit of a flame next to the bottom of the candle. I let a few drops drip onto the plate. And then I just stick it in there. And I find the less you fuss with it, the better. Fuck me. Cool. There we go. Okay, so I've got two that are standing. Cool. And I did cut a cord already. Fuck, I can't believe I burnt myself. My life, guys.
That's okay. But you know what? That also, because you burnt yourself on the white candle or the green candle?
Green on her.
Oh no, on Tracy. Well, because Tracy's got to release some shit. So it's probably, yeah. She's got to
Aye.
release some stuff verbally.
Ay, 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 ay. No, it's all good. Okay, so now I've just cut some like twine here. I didn't measure it, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be too bad. I find that if it's too long, you can always give it a twist if you need, but I'm just going to tie a little circle in my twine, just like this.
And that's not like significant to anything, like the length of.
This is like your attachment currently. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do a little twist. I'm just gonna make a little figure 8. And I find it kind of rests better on the candles. Okay. So, can you see that okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so like everything else that we do when it comes to like magic, it's like set it with intention. So I'm gonna start by lighting you, right? Because that's, again, I want to bring this in. So when I'm lighting it, I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about, what we want to accomplish with this. So,
Mhm.
hello. Okay. So Tracy, you are good to go. Okay. And now with this lighting, I want to rid your life of the guilt and the worry and the fear and any judgments that come with it, the anxiety that you're experiencing, the rage that's been coming with all of this as well. Just the general, I want you to feel more like a human. I want you to embrace being a mother, but I also want it to be a natural feeling and not one that you have to feel as forced. I want it to feel better. I want you to feel better. Okay. Okay. So now, honestly, it's as simple as this. I'm going to set it and I'm going to forget it.
We love you, Tracy, so much.
I love you, Tracy. It's
Just
okay,
love
honey.
you.
Love you,
It's-
girls.
This is
Guys are so-
literally.
Ugh,
So anyway, so now
wild.
this is like, I mean that I'm going to set it and I'm
Now
gonna
we let
forget
it burn.
And then we let it burn. This is where we can kind of watch it happen. Just gonna do this.
Just don't let your phone on there. That would be
All right.
awesome.
This is my life. I'm just gonna post it. Oh, you can see my dirty corner.
Gosh.
There's a tissue. There you go.
And that's why my laptop is turned a certain way, because the amount of, so like full moons for me, I always bring in like, I really want a lot of cleaning energy for myself. I like to like start fresh. I just want fresh.
Yeah.
So I've decided that I was going to go through my clothes closets, because I have 2, one's like, anyway, so I had my guy do like a closet organizer, and our main one, it's gonna look amazing, but I decided to bring out all of my clothes into the living room, and it is a shit show, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna hang out there until I have enough motivation to put things away,
That's
which
like the
may not
worst
be
thing
today.
you can
May not be tomorrow.
It's like the most overwhelming thing ever, doing all
I
that.
know.
Like, why did you do that?
But the thing is, I needed to because I wanted to get it started.
Yeah.
And sometimes if it's not started, you just don't want to do it. Whereas now I have to do it.
Yeah, I find that like I'll get it done in good time, but
Yeah.
not
And
right.
it will be fun. It'll feel good. It's just you have to just do it. Bite the bullet and do it.
I'm just gonna move this up a bit. So part of when I like, because I literally watch the candles burn. I know that doesn't sound very exciting to some people, but it does to me. So I'm like, I'm looking at like what the flame is doing. I'm looking at like the pace of the candle, basically how it's responding in the environment that it is. So right now, even though I lit the white one later, it's actually burning faster. I don't know if you can kind of see like the height of the flame itself is actually quite tall as well. So like like I feel like there's a lot of energy there.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I feel like it's like, okay, again, there's intent behind it. Like everything we do is like with power and passion, and I feel like it's a good response. And on your candle, it's like steady stream ahead. It's almost like in not in yoga, but when you're like meditating or when you're finding your peace and you're just like, okay, I'm in deep breath and I'm like in that steady state. That's kind of what that feels like to me. So yeah. So now that we've got it lit, again, I always say
Let
set
it
it and forget it. So when it comes to like the spell candles that I sell or whatever, like once it's been set, like it's my job to focus on the candle and watch it and, you know, kind of give a little bit of a report. But for you who's receiving it, again, set it and forget it. We've set our intentions and we can't focus on the results until, you know, we move through them, right? So I'll leave it up here so that we can kind of watch it as it goes. I guess we'll see how long it lasts in terms of burning. If there's any action, I'll say anything. And you can kind of see, like it's kind of almost at that little knot there.
If anyone's watching on YouTube, Harrison is looking really strange, but it's because I have our babysitter on TV, Miss Rachel.
Miss Rachel's on. Miss Rachel. Okay, so, oh Lord. Jesus, take the wheel.
Background. That's my daughter.
There we go.
Fantastic.
My chair.
Sorry, I got frozen there. So I started singing Jesus, take the wheel. Fuck.
Oh my God.
I was just like, what to do?
One of my favorite terms.
You know. So, okay, to get the energy up in the room, I'm going to do a little reading for you, Miss Tracey.
Ooh, I'd like to pull a card
Oh
for
my
her too.
goodness.
Tracy, is it
cool?
okay if I pull a card for you as well?
I'm always up for it, girls. You know
Okay,
that.
I'm going to do the animal one
Fine.
first, and then I'm going to do a postcard one.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Tracy Newbush. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay, Trace. Okay. Okay. It's a
Okay.
shark.
Let's see
Tell
it.
me more.
A shark.
Or what?
I don't think I've ever
Wow.
seen you pull a shark before. Dun 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 dun
Okay,
dun dun
shark.
dun. dun.
Say it's shark bait.
I know, it's like shark bait. Ooh, ha, ha. Yeah, no,
That's
totally.
amazing.
Every time I see it.
Okay, so it means directness,
Mm.
exposure, revealing the true nature and desire. The shark is the only the shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. This card indicates that something big needs to be exposed. It's lurking in the depths and creating tension. Shark energy takes over when we are hesitant to be honest, to be totally ourselves, or to say what we really want. It may be tempting to continue pretending nothing is wrong, but when shark energy is at play, we feel its presence encircling us. So when we're in balance, we're intriguing, captivating, and mysterious. When we're out of balance, we feel sneaky and destructive. To bring into balance, honesty. Of course, again, my interpretation of this, whether you want to, I don't know, does it resonate first off? Does it feel like you're like,
it's annoying. Tell
I
it to
feel
go
like a
away.
lot of this is like, you
It's
don't,
annoying.
it is annoying, but it's like, it feels like you don't want to, there's certainly things that you don't want to talk about because you almost like, again, it's that shameful feeling of like, mothers aren't supposed to feel that way,
Mhm.
or I couldn't admit this because again, that guilt is associated with it. But again, acknowledging it is part of the issue, as part of the solution, I should say as well. So
It's just a matter of like not wanting to rock the boat ever, right?
yeah, like
You just
again,
don't want to rock it.
yeah.
But the shark's gonna get you if you don't pay attention.
Oh, I've been told this since October and I'm really annoyed.
Ah.
I'm like,
Okay,
I
well,
can't.
So I pulled from the Oracle of the Fairies for you. And the card that has come out is Come Together. Fairies like to be bit. Oh, hold on a second. Harrison break. Come here. Read
Don't
together.
fall over, dude.
Let's read it
Read
together.
down.
Fairies like to be busy, and a group of them is showing you that many hands make light work. Working as a team helps get the job done. So a group of fairies has come to show you that working as a team, or working as part of a team, can make any task feel fun and the time will fly by. What's more is a team of happy humans can be super productive. Teamwork can be also very rewarding and help each other feel valued and uplifted. We each have our own unique set of skills that we bring to the table, and combining this with many talents and the abilities of others can form a mighty workforce indeed. Working together can be a bonding and supportive experience, and also sets an example to individuals who have yet to join forces. It's also the foundation upon where communities are created. Perhaps you tend to work alone, either out of preference or necessity. This can be important for particular types of work, such as writing, but the fairies wish to show you another way. Even when you work alone, you can still call on your fairy friends to help inspire you, and this can help get the work completed. If you know someone who could do with a helping hand, reach out and let them know that you care and are there for them should they need you. People are funny beings and often feel shy about asking for help, so it's time for you to take the initiative, and that includes reaching out for help yourself if you need it. So I feel like this card, even though first glance was like, does this really work? But it's very much what you were kind of wanting to do, is like you feel, I hate saying this so bluntly, but you're feeling alone right now.
Yeah, isolated, but like
Yeah, and you feel like you have to do everything alone, which is not true, but
Yeah.
that's the feeling you're
Yeah.
getting from your partner. That's what you're feeling right now, because it doesn't seem like anyone's
yeah,
close enough to you to be able to help.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
totally. That's
but now
100% it.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
wild.
Okay.
And like,
One
yeah.
more. Yeah, go ahead. No, what were you
We
gonna
had
say?
some honest
Tell us your thoughts.
No, it was very, yeah, like that's right on the money. My spouse and I have talked, and we've, he knows that I need help and he wants me to reach out to him and like tell him. So, we'll see.
It's
See.
interesting
It's
though.
hard. It's hard to ask for
I've
help.
had this discussion with a couple friends before, whereas the partner wants they want their original spouse to tell them when they need help. And in our minds are like, can't you just see I'm drowning?
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, how haven't you seen it?
But
Exactly.
it's hard for that one spouse to see it, because they're like, but you're handling it so well. How would I know if you're drowning or if you're doing okay? But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's because we have to learn to ask for help more often.
Mhm.
And so that way it doesn't, even if it's just something so little, be like, can you go get me a glass of water? Can
Yeah.
you go do this? I need your help with this real quick. And then the little things don't feel like they're going to become really big things, because you're so used to putting it out there that it
Yeah.
doesn't even feel like you're asking for help anymore. It's just, you're just talking to your
Yeah.
partner,
Exactly. Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
my postcard from Spirit one. It was kind of looking at me. I'm like, okay, it probably needs something. So Tracy. Okay, it was the top card. Interesting. Dear Steele, we have something exciting to share with you. You are a manifesting master, and you don't even know it. There will always be enough of everything that you need in your life: money, opportunities, love, kindness. So whatever you're asking guidance about, have faith and be open to the many ways in which you will experience prosperity. Spirit is the source of your supply. The universe is always reflecting back to you what you believe. So whenever you fall into insecurity, you'll be shown an illusion as if your fear were real. But the truth is, the universe is abundant. You are and always have been enough, and abundance is your natural state. If you can imagine something consistently as truth, you can and will create it. So you are so on the right path right now. Keep believing, then the seeing happens. Loving you more and more every day.
That's amazing.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's so good. All of that.
All that.
I love it.
All of that, guys. All of that.
Mhm.
So good.
Yeah.
I love that. Thank you.
Of course, hun. Anytime. Like sometimes you need these little bits, right? I mean, like that's why we're here. So we love it.
Yeah. I
So
love
in
it.
terms
I'm
of this
watching your candle
candle,
so-
I
Yeah, I'm
know
watching your candle so intently. I'm just like, what you doing? What you
I'm like
doing?
tempted, like, how am I gonna record this for a long time? Like there's energy in this room, but it seems to be like
Steady.
steady. And that's it. And I'm getting like the feeling of it's not a okay, if I'm just gonna like say what I feel, right? So
Okay,
it's like
yeah.
steady because it's like not out of control. It's like a peaceful break, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? At least until the cord cuts, I would say. But it's like what's the word?
But it's interesting. Do you mind if I put in like my 2 cents?
Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
Are you ready to let that go, Tracy?
I think that's
I have no idea.
I think that's a part of it too, is it's been really
I don't
stagnant, but it's like we're getting closer to it, but we can't let go of it yet. Right? And that's until that pivotal moment comes. Like it's so close to some of these fibers.
Yeah, I get it.
Because that's what I'm feeling from the candles. I'm just like, I don't know if Tracy's ready to let go.
I don't think Tracy ever knows if I'm ready to do anything. That's the problem.
Just
This
Tracy.
is the issue.
And that's okay.
This is what I struggle with on my day-to-day basis.
And
Is
but it could
like-
be that like, yeah, you're that insecurity of like, I don't know, am I thinking enough? It's like, no, it's like again, like that's totally a feeling a lot of people know is it's like, well, I'm not enough to do it myself. It's like you're a magical being because
Or
you
without this
put in the
anger,
intention of
without
it.
this resentment, without this pain that I'm carrying, who am I without it?
Exactly. Is it part of me? Will it always be part of me? And you know, it's things that we
what?
don't want
Yeah.
to carry, right?
Yeah.
It's,
think
it's
that's what you
deciding
said.
to leave the luggage and pack up all the shit that reminds you of that phase and physically move past it. Because I think you're right, Brittany. It does feel like
Like you're holding on a little too tight, but you're allowed to let it go.
you're allowed to. I think you gotta forgive yourself there first.
Well, I do honestly, I question it as to if this is actually just like, sorry. I do question if it's actually a part of me. If this is like legit, just this is
Has
who
it
I
always
am.
been there? Exactly. Is it
Raging.
who I am now? Or raging?
Honestly, yeah. Yes. Like yeah. It's just become more apparent, right? And I just
Yeah.
want that to go.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then that's the first step, right?
Therapy. Yeah.
And you're also allowed to say, like, I don't know if I want this to be a part of me. I want to let that go.
Like I've chosen that that's not what I want for myself, right? And putting yourself first in this manner
But you
is
still can't
huge.
hold on to it like this then. When you're saying, I don't want this to be me. I want to let go. But you're not
Exactly.
letting go.
Hi, I have rage. Don't fucking mess with me. Hi. I'm an insecure Barbie.
You could even like envision yourself
Yeah.
like letting your hand relax. Like just envision yourself letting go
Let it
of
go.
the reins of like the rage carrier, like the rage
Mhm.
carriage is what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
So how much money do you guys want for this therapy session?
No, not
We just want your love. We just want your love.
forever and ever. Your love forever and ever.
Oh man.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry that it hasn't cut.
I know. I mean, like, I think that's part of it as well. Like, it's gonna come and it's gonna cut pretty quick here. I feel like
Well,
I don't want to manipulate. The thing is, like, I don't want to like. I actually like sit in this room for hours. So I'm like, it's midnight, and I'm like, is it out yet? No, okay.
we need to go to bed sometime. Yeah.
Like, exactly. Yeah. But
Well, you
on
should have
that
done
note-
cadence then. You should have just cut cadence.
Exactly. Cut cadence.
That'll be your next one.
That would have been faster, I think.
Yeah.
No, but that's okay. But like interesting though, like watch the flames.
And especially look at this right now. Look at all the energy that's going to the white one and how, like, I feel like that's a self-representative view. Like, I'm literally doing nothing in this room. There's no wind. You could see it in my hair if there was. Not move
Like
paper
Tracy's
around.
candle is getting quieter and letting the rage take over.
Yeah. But notice, and maybe there'll be a point of contention. That's kind of what signifies to me. It's like, okay, at some point we're going to put all of our feelings in that basket, not give it power, but it's going to be like the point. There's going to come to a point that's going to be the break, if that makes any sense.
Uh-oh.
Could
Yeah,
be,
it's okay.
but you know what? That could be his. It's already happened. That could be this is
Jessica's
it.
frozen for a hot second.
Oh, sorry. It could be that this
You're
is
frozen.
the
It's okay.
point, right? Sorry.
Yeah.
Still frozen.
All good.
But look, I like how the green, like I like how the wax is coming off of the green candle too.
Yep.
Like it's still burning.
Yeah.
It's still
Yeah.
good.
It's still burning.
Yeah.
Right? It's still
We'll see what
burning.
happens.
It's still, yeah, exactly.
That hasn't frozen. Jessica, has that camera frozen?
No. Hi. I'm here. Oh, wait,
Oh, there
no.
we go.
Yeah.
I couldn't see it for a hot second, so I was just wanting to make sure. But yes,
No.
no, good. It's
Just
just, it's very interesting watching it. So I'm curious to see what will end up happening with the candles for
Yeah.
Tracey.
Oh boy, maybe I'll just be angry. So
No.
for a bit
Well,
longer.
you can just come to Saskatoon and we can go to Smash Therapy, and I promise that'll take a big chunk of your anger off your shoulders.
Let's go to the spa instead.
Oh,
Literally.
deal.
Exactly.
Go.
Okay.
Let's start at Smash and then go to this.
Mhm.
Okay, that's perfect. Oh man. Well, thank you guys so much.
No, I appreciate
We
it.
love you. We love
It's
you
one-
so much.
Yeah, we
We're
do.
so grateful that you were able to do this with us today.
Yeah,
So that
thank
way
you. Thanks for being
have our-
vulnerable.
Yeah.
And thank you for being so like willing to talk about this, because it's not comfortable sometimes, but it's so important that we do. Yeah. So, well, Miss
You paved the
Tracey,
way, girl.
you want to pay, or do you want to tag your Instagram? Follow you?
Let's see.
I feel like no, thank you. Okay, well,
I'm
that's
the most more private one.
that's fine.
That's
I
okay.
will not accept your follow request. Well, that's
I
okay.
delete a lot of people that try to follow me actually.
Okay,
Unless
that's
you know
fine.
them.
Unless I
The
know
good
them.
plans. Exactly.
Yeah. If I don't know the behind the business, then I usually just press delete. So
That's
Oh, yeah.
fine. Right on. Well, our people, you can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Basic Banter for Witches, or email us at basicbanterforwitches@gmail.com. And yeah, I'll be taking some videos of this and make
Yeah.
sure that everybody I'll post a clip as well once we kind of know, what the result is, but it will all be on the YouTube and Instagram right
You
after this
betcha.
airs.
Woohoo.
Love it.
Thank
Well,
you again.
Thank
It's been
you.
amazing.
I feel
And
like
then
it's-
we will see you guys next week. If anyone out there would like to participate in something like this, please just shoot us a message. We'd love to have you on. And don't forget to submit your questions to our monthly free reads, because we would like to be doing that right away as well. So you know where to find it in our bio on our Instagram page. Go to the Google queue.
Yeah, man. Right on. Well, love you guys. Thank you, Tracey.
Yes,
Thanks, Britt.
you.
Love you.
Love ya. And then we'll talk to y'all next week.
You betcha. Bye.
Bye.
You betcha.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.